I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Have you ever wondered why the twins never saw Peter on a map? Have you ever wondered how the map actually works? Have you ever wondered what drives the map forward? Have you ever wondered how the twins were able to discover the map? Because we see Snape trying to access its powers, and it just makes fun of him. How did the twins know to say,
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good?
how did they know to say, mischief managed to close it? How did James, Sirius, and Lupin, I'm not saying Peter because he definitely didn't do it, create the map in the first place? How does the map work? How come Lupin can see Peter on the map, but the twins didn't? And Harry seeing Peter on the map is a movie thing only. It's a movie thing only. It doesn't count. I'm talking about the books. Harry does not see Peter on the map and chase him down the freaking hallway. That is a movie mistake only. So let's dive right into how the Marauders map actually works. With that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So the Marauder map is a fantastic piece of parchment. It allows Harry to do most of his stuff around the castle after the third year. He's able to sneak around the castle and get done what he needs to get done. And Harry only knows how to work the map because the twins told him. And like I said before, Harry seeing Peter on the map is a movie thing only. So we'll get back to that though. The question is, how did James, Lupin, and Sirius create the map in the first place? Very simply, they used the homunculus charm. Homunculus charm is a very powerful tracking spell that basically allows to track people within a given area. They basically used it on the entire castle. That's very powerful magic. But how did they do it? They were able to create this map that basically mapped out the entire castle. They basically went on adventures every night, mapping out the castle, casting homunculus charm or whatever it may be to actually figure out the layout of the Hogwarts grounds. But how did they get to track every single student, including students from the next generation? How does it pick up Harry? How does it pick up Ron? How does it pick up Hermione and all these other students that weren't around at the time when they created the map? Well, we know this because Dumbledore states that Hagrid states that Harry's name has been down at Hogwarts ever since before he was born.
This boy's had his name down ever since you were born.
That is because in one of the towers at Hogwarts, there is a book, a special book with the Quill of Acceptance. And basically this Quill of Acceptance writes down all the witches and wizards' names that would be accepted to Hogwarts. And ever since Harry was born, his name was written down in that book. James, Sirius, and Lupin, in creating the map, basically cast a homunculus charm on that book so that any time the quill wrote down in your name, it would then be able to track that student when they came to Hogwarts in the future. So it was always tracking. Even 40, 50 years later, the Marauder's map can still track those students, because it knows every single student in that castle because of that book and the Crow of Acceptance that writes down the names. Okay, great. So we know how the Marauders created the map. They went on adventures, they mapped out the school, and they cast a Monkey's Charm to basically track the students and the whereabouts within the Hogwarts grounds. And they had to kind of do some other kind of magic spell to basically lock it away, to keep it a secret, and use a certain password to open it. But how did George and Fred find out how to work it? Well, George and Fred are mischief makers. Hagrid even says, I don't know, I would give Fred and George a run for the money. That's because they kind of got some help from James, Sirius, and Lupin, if I even know about it, because they didn't put their names on it. Obviously, the Marauder's map, the movies don't first either, which is really annoying. Padfoot, Moody, Wormtail, and Prongs are nicknames for Padfoot is Sirius, Wormtail is Peter, Prongs is James, and Moody is Lupin. So they put the nicknames in there. Fred and George wouldn't have known that by reading it, because when the map opens up, it says, their names. But the question is, how did Fred and George actually access it? Because when they stole from Filch, it was blank. Because if it wasn't blank, if James forgot to clear the map and it was sitting in Filch would be able to use it. He would be able to track all the students. He would... it would make his job easier. He would not be able to... that would be trouble. It would be trouble if that map was not cleared before Filch got his hands on it. However, the map is blank. So how did Fred and George just tap their wands and start guessing phrases? No, they knew it had to be special because of it being in Filch's office and a confiscated folder. So all Fred and George had to do was just be themselves. They were mischievous. So the map basically chose them. It is believed that basically at one point they're looking it over, trying to figure out what it was. And instead of, Snape saying, reveal your secrets, and, Revelio, and then basically them making fun of Snape, Fred and George probably did the same thing, but because the map had the charm of the Marauders in it, it basically said, this person is not a threat. This person is like us. Let's accept this person and show him how it works. So they could have said, Prongs says, state your vow of mischievousness and say these words. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. So Fred and George say, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. And boom, the map appears. And that's that. The map would have accepted them because they know that they are mischievous themselves. And Lupin even says, we made the map and left it behind because we thought it would have been funny to lead you out of the castle. They want to continue the mischievous deeds with other students of the next generation. But now, how come Now, like I said, the movies showed Harry being able to see Peter on the map. And he was like, well, that can't be because Peter's dead. In the books, that doesn't happen. Peter does not appear on the map until Lupin sees him on the map. So how come Harry couldn't see him on the map? We're going to take a quick break. Take a quick drink of Raze energy drink. And we'll get into it. Raze energy drink is the best damn energy drink you'll ever have. Ton of great flavors. 0 sugars, 0 calories, full of vitamins and electrolytes. Go to repsports.com, that's reppsports.com. Use coupon code JohnnyUA and save yourself 15% off. You can also get a ton of other really cool dietary supplements as well. Okay, so how come when they're in the shooting track, Lupin says, I saw 3 of you entering Hagrid's hut, and then 4 of you left? He could obviously see Peter on the map. But then again, he could see Peter, but Harry didn't all those times. You know, looking at the map and Ron carrying Peter in his pocket. And then the other question is, after Lupin goes to the shooting shack, Snape goes into his office to give him his Wolfbane potion, and he sees the map. He sees them walking towards the tree. Now, the question is, did he see all of them, or did he just see Lupin going towards the tree? If he just saw Lupin going towards the tree, okay. But if alright, so I was gonna say something, but I just answered my own question. What if there was a special charm on the Marauders map to block the Marauders? They could have put a spell on it, so if the map got into the wrong hands, they couldn't be tracked on the map. However, Snape does see Lupin walking down towards the Whomping Willow, so Snape can see the Marauders on the map. So it must be some kind of switch you can turn on and off. It must be some kind of locking mechanism within the map. You have to say some sort of spell or some certain password with the map, just like you do to open it and close it. You know, I always show up to no good. Mischief manage. You know, those phrases. There could be another secret phrase that only the Marauders know to basically unlock themselves. You know, Lupin had the map. He was, you know, glancing over it. He's thinking about it. He's like, you know, let me see if I can find Sirius. Let me see if I can tell if Sirius is coming in and out of the castle. So he probably said some certain phrase to unlock that key in the map so he could track Sirius. Then when he saw Harry, Ron, and Hermione going towards Hagrid's hut, and then he saw Peter Pettigrew leaving with them, he was like, I gotta go. I have to go. This is unbelievable. Because the map never lies. That's a line straight from the book and straight from the movie. You know, Harry says, but Peter is dead. And Sirius says, no, Peter's alive. And Harry says, well, the map must have lied then. And he goes, the map never lies. So, Lupin goes down, but doesn't turn the map off. Doesn't turn off the Marauders' secret switch, if you want to call it that. So when Dave goes into the office, he can see Lupin on the map. He can track him to the Whomping Willow and to the Shrieking Shack. So basically that's it. That's how the Marauders map works. James, Sirius, and Lupin were very smart for the year. They even become animagi their time at Hogwarts. So they used a Hunker's charm to create the map and be able to track all students of all generations within the grounds of Hogwarts. Then Fred and George Weasley were just accepted as other mischievous students, and they were accepted to use the book. The map. And the reason that people couldn't see others on the map, like Harry couldn't see Sirius's name on the map, or even Peter's on the map, was because it was a secret switch that was turned off to protect the Marauders in case the map got into the wrong hands. And that's how the Marauders map works. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please do not comment down below that, well, Harry saw Peter. No, he didn't. That was a movie thing only. Okay? I'm talking the books. That Prison of Azkaban movie, great movie, but they could have done a lot better. And hopefully this Harry Potter TV show does it justice. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment your thoughts down below. While you're down there, check out the merch store. I got a ton of cool stuff for sale just for you. And if you're interested, hit that join button. Hit that Patreon link. Because I got content that's just for you. You can only view certain videos by hitting that join button, going to Patreon page. And I'm working on exclusive merch just for you. Anything you do to help me out, I really appreciate it. So I continue making awesome videos like this. And I'll see you next time. Before you go, check out that video. And that video. And yeah, that's about it.